Aqua Soul family, what it do? It's your girl Empress 777 here today with a general love message for my Aquarian gang. Hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, give us exactly what we need to know for my Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These messages are general, guys, okay? Please keep an open mind. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You know how it goes. For those of you who are new, welcome. Okay, if everybody would take a moment and go ahead and click that like button if you do not mind. It's free and it definitely supports the channel and supports what we're trying to do over here. It kind of lets people know that we're here. We in here. We in here, okay? And it helps our family grow, okay, within that algorithm of the YouTube, all right? Also click the subscribe button and the notification bell as I do upload for you guys quite often, period. Okay, so where do I even begin? I definitely want to start with what has come out prior to the message actually starting. This is a pre-shuffle, of course. I never quite know if we're going to get one or not. This one was a little bit different though, you guys, okay? So just as I prepared to come in and give our reading today, meditate, cleanse our area, such and such and such, right? Something so phenomenal, right? I guess it's not out of the ordinary, but it's definitely very rare. I don't know how often you see sun showers. I don't see them very often. I guess just depending on what kind of climate you live in and where you live, right, geographically. But it's definitely a wonder, right? For me, anyway. It's such a opposing energy that you get when it comes to sun showers, because you have something that is so beautiful. Everybody loves the sun. Everybody wants to make plans and be out and do things, and it invigorates you, and it makes you more vibrant. It makes you more, you know, energized. The sun has, you know, a way of really doing wonders in getting people that get up and go, whereas the rain normally does the opposite. But when you have both the sun and the rain, it was definitely speaking to the energy of not only transformation and growth, but definitely somebody, and I feel like that somebody is you, okay? It's in the energy of seeing things as glass half full. Or you will be able to see the beauty through the ashes. You will be able to see the beauty in the darkness, right, that you had to go through. As rain can often sometimes be messy, it can often sometimes just cause a more depressing energy, a blah type of energy. When it comes to a sun shower, I was definitely feeling the energy of someone who can see that sun peeking through. You see some resemblance of your manifestations coming to pass. Either you can feel it energetically, or you're seeing some fruits of those seeds that you have planted, etc., etc. There's duality in the message that I was feeling, however, right? So when it comes to the sun and the rain, I was feeling that portion for you. I would suppose, please place yourself where you belong in these stories, right? This could be your person that I'm talking about, but I just have to go with what I feel intuitively. On the other hand, we do have someone in that same energetic realm of this sun shower, rain and sun, but this is someone who is putting on a front. They may be putting on some sort of a show as if they're fine, they're ready to move on, they're dating multiple options, they may even be fully enthralled in another connection or relationship. This is past energy. This is a connection that definitely tested your patience all the way to the end, baby, okay? This is somebody who is definitely either using rebounds or this new connection to take their mind off of things, right? They could even be online, dating, like a serial dater. They're doing things that is definitely out of the ordinary of their character. It says, I'm back into the dating scene and making the effort to move on. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay? Because I know what's really up. All right? This is what they're portraying to the world. Okay, they may even be trying to put on this front to their friends, their family, you know what I'm saying? Bringing new bitches, new dudes around their friends, around their family. Like, this is my new guy. This is who I'm going to marry. You know, they're all of a sudden in love, right? Moved on very, very quickly. This person moved on extremely fast. They definitely did not give themselves time to heal. But lately, I feel like this energy has gotten them by, but so far, okay? Depending on how long the two of you have been disengaged from one another, this is definitely something that they have been trying to use to just get them by. So it's not somebody who does well with emotions. They don't do well with emotions, with rejection, breakups, none of that. They just bury that shit and move on. They did the same thing prior to getting with you, and this is why some of the treatment would have felt like a man or a woman's scorn. You were definitely getting punished for past connections, past relationships. This person's pathology, their notion, their beliefs in reference to relationships is all due to the trauma that they're still holding on to. It's insane. So the last thing this person needed to do was to jump back into another relationship, jump right into something, right? Or into a few people, okay? Or on top of a few people. I'm just saying. Okay, this is the energy of somebody desperate to just do away with the feelings altogether, do away with it. However, baby, when they get home from that date, when they have a moment away from their significant other, when they're all alone, this is what we have. Period. The sad thing is they will never be able to escape this energy if they continue to mask these emotions, these feelings, right? This pain, this hurt with another person. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to replace the pain, the anger, the hurt, the rejection, whatever it is that they feel you made them feel. They're trying to mask that or cover it up with another relationship or a couple of other people, a starting lineup and shit. It says, I've written you several texts, but in the end, I chicken out. Ciao. So we have sunny days on the outside, rain, thunderstorms, tsunamis, hurricanes when they go home. You see what I'm saying? There's definitely duality here. I feel like this is somebody who feels like they need to save face, you know? Even though it definitely feels like a very, very either strong connection or one that has a lot of history. So it would be warranted for someone who has gone through a breakup of this magnitude to want to mourn, right, and grieve and honor what was there before you hop under or on top another person. Like, just, and they wonder why they're stuck, okay? For some of you, this individual thinks that you have also been doing the same thing, moving on, okay? So for fear of being the only one stuck on this energy, stuck on this connection, stuck on you, right? They don't want to be the only ones who still cares about the relationship or cares at all, especially if you really are in that spirit or feeling of indifference. That's even more painful to this person because they know that they're wearing a mask. What they would really like to come and do is actually send those messages, come forth with these emotions, reconcile, right? But that pride and ego won't allow them to be the only one confessing these things or taking accountability, right? Did you do this? Aqua. Aqua. Because we good for some shit like this, baby. We'll let you run right off the curve. Come get me, I'm right here. You run right off the fucking ledge. Psych. You know, on second thought, you almost had me, right? It says to change direction abruptly. It also says not interested, and I feel like for the majority of you, that's the energy that I'm getting in this card. This is why this person is not really feeling the idea of actually confronting their feelings, their emotions. This is definitely something that this person needs to do. Whether you want to take them back or not, I'm just hearing that. They're never going to be able to get rid of this energy. They can go on as many dates as they want. They can fuck as many people as they want. They will never be able to get rid of this. This in which they've created. Okay? It always, you know, amazes me how people are surprised at being stuck when they are the ones who have spun this web, right? It's almost the idea that they kind of wish you were stuck in the web with them, but you were just on the outside watching them spin the web. Like, oh, that's what you got planned for us? Oh, really? You know, and their dumb ass got stuck in the shit just as they was, you know, putting together all these plans and plots and manipulations and moving things around and puppet strings and shit like that. They spun this massive web for the two of you and ended up being the only bitch stuck in there. Ciao. You got the fuck out of Dodge. You kind of sat back. You kind of sat back and watched them. You watched them. You did. With your good eye. Okay? You like, bitch, both my eyes good the fuck. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay? Spidey vision is what you had. You kind of sat back and watched them weave this web. Making mental notes all along the way. That's definitely Aquarian energy as well. We like the FBI out this bitch. We will build a fucking air seal tight case. Okay, before we drop your ass. Very abruptly, I might say. Okay, it's just like, vroom. You know what I'm saying? Look, you just went around that curve like that. You swear the fuck out of people. This individual did not know that you possessed that quality, however. Okay? You be sending people for a doozy, for a loop, right? They be thinking that the two of you are right behind one another. It's just like, oh, okay, I just need to catch up a little bit next to Aqua. Soon we'll be right beside each other on the same highway. You all the way the fuck down here. And they going around this curve 1,000 miles per hour thinking that's you in this car. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. We have mood. The topic of how you are feeling is relatable to them, or relatable feelings and understanding. Now, this is what this person is denying. Hands down. They are. We have filters. So they're definitely sugarcoating the truth, okay? Or trying to make it look a little bit prettier than what it actually is. They may be telling like full-blown lies to family or friends that they introduced you to, or people who are trying to figure out what happened to the connection. The demise of this connection and them being swerved is entirely their fault. That's a very, very painful realization for this person. So they just decide to ignore it, not believe it, even though it's the truth, okay? And you have the receipts to prove this shit. You do. They would much rather just, you know, come up with their own truth. Ignore it entirely. Or just start elsewhere. But everywhere else they started has only maximized and intensified the emptiness or the feelings that they possess for you. So it's almost as soon as they are able to get a second alone away from a relationship that they're in, or after a date, after having sexual intercourses, whatever, it's almost as if whoever they go on a date with, whoever they're intimate with, whoever they're in a relationship with, as soon as they get a moment alone, they can't think about anything else but sending you this message. They always delete what they write, okay? They always delete it. Okay, they go over and over in their head, they reread it a couple of times, and just before they send that message, just before they click the send button, they erase it. Oh boy. That's much easier for them than confronting their feelings entirely, okay? Things are not what they appear, or not as they appear. Is what's on that filter card. Is so true, you guys. So for some of you, you've been seeing this person move on social media, right? Just take it if it resonates, right? It's a total lie. Their relationship, lie. It's a lie. The life that they're leading, even if they're out just partying, even if they're just flaunting a bunch of random people, if you've seen them on a dating site, wherever it's a whole lie that they're trying to convince themselves of in the outside. So this is definitely somebody who cares about what the outside thinks rather than their well-being, their mental well-being, okay? It's like a self-inflicted suffrage. See? Cannot make this shit up. Yeah. They would much rather endure this alone. Lots of worry, hurt, pain. I mean, this is definitely like mental warfare that this person is inflicting on themselves. And it's so wild because the only thing that the divine is asking them to do is just to confront their feelings. And the only way for them to do that is to engage with you. Now, for some of you, they may have tried. Try as they might, it was too late. Okay? You were already in another realm. You were possibly already in another cycle for some of you. Block the number. Maybe you actually saw the message and just looked at it and laughed. Okay? Screenshot it and sent it around in a group chat or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get a good key out of this shit. Because wasn't you just with another bitch? Wasn't you just with another dude? Like, go bother them with this shit. Like, please. Please. So they haven't been able to relay this information. They have not been able to release these emotions, these feelings. Now, if that is the case, this person would have had ample amount of time to get this done, but they've been fucking around on this journey of theirs, okay? I feel like you have been getting the lessons out of your journey. I feel like you have been taking the correct paths and measures to move about this correctly. That's why your meaning of the sun shower and theirs is so stark different, okay? Two totally different ends of the spectrum. This person has a lot of emotional baggage. Even if they wanted to remain in these connections that they're creating, even if they are currently in a connection, those connections are all going to end very, very abruptly, very, very quickly. It's almost as if they're writing the script to the same outcome that they have written with you, with every other connection thereafter, because they have to do this. This has to be done. Okay, this lesson has to be learned. This person has to gain and grow emotionally. This is somebody who avoids emotions. They avoid hard conversations. They avoid accountability. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to feel it. They don't want to see it. No. And now we're at this crossroads where they must, unless you want to remain like this. I mean, unless this is your fate. Hello? Wow. So, please be expecting some form of communication, even if it's been years since you've heard from this person, even well past the retrograde. This worry and anxiety is definitely going to transform into desperation. For somebody who never could really deal with emotions initially, this amount of emotion is very overbearing and overwhelming, okay? They won't be able to stop themselves after a while. So with that unsent messages card, that's going to turn into an onslaught of messages. I mean, whole bibliographies, biographies, synopsis, analogies, okay, theories, theses, like I'm just saying. The unsent messages will then thereafter turn into message after message after message after, flooding you. Okay, especially for those of you who don't answer them, especially for those of you who are on the petty train. Okay, those of you who are petty betties, okay, petty bobs, right? You know what I'm saying? And you leave that shit on red and they can actually see it. baby, that mind gonna be going 1,000 miles per hour. That might turn into begging, okay? Groveling. This will be a state that you've never seen this person in ever. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. This person has a real issue with addiction, okay? So it would be no surprise that this would turn into a codependent sort of ordeal for this individual. They won't be able to think about anything else but getting these feelings and this shit out of them. It almost feels like poison. So there's a little bit of harassment here, okay? I'm just saying, a little bit of stalking, a little bit of just a lot. A little bit of a lot. This person may start delving in heavy drinking, right? Illegal substances, just to numb this pain. It's very, very overwhelming. This is somebody who would rather do that. You understand? This is the path that they are choosing, and I just don't understand why. Because why? I just don't get it. I don't get it. If, to me, right? I guess I'm not them and you're not them, but I'm just saying the journey set for them is so much easier than the path in which they are choosing. It almost feels like this is somebody who always chooses the toughest road, always chooses, you know, the gravel stone pathway, always chooses the road lit with fire, you know, rather than just going down the easier path. They never want to choose the easiest way. This feels like a very uncompromising type of individual, a disagreeable type of energy. So you could literally give this person the answer. You could literally tell them what the right path, what the right thing to do is based on what their goals are, and they would still do the exact opposite. What the fuck? Like, I just don't understand. It's clearly laid out for them, the path in which they should be choosing, yet they choose this. I mean, anxiety is here twice. It's wild. And we have this devil card here, which means that will only be amplified. All of the energy is only amplified times a billion. Ciao. So let's see here. This is the modern tarot deck. Modern witch tarot deck. 6 Cups. This is the story they're telling themselves. This came out in the reverse, okay? This person is currently telling themselves that reconciliation is not the way. Now, reconciliation, people often confuse that with getting back together. It's not. This person has definitely done some dirt here, okay? It's something very particular about what they did in this connection with you that has been above and beyond any of the other betrayals that they've had in connections in the past. This is why this is the only assignment that they have. They got one job here, and they're still literally choosing not to do it. This card, 6 of Cups, is about coming towards someone with an apology, okay? They definitely would need to apologize. They're refusing to do that. They would much rather be in the darkness, be worried, be anxiety filled, right? They've tried to start numerous amounts of relationships and connections that have all failed, which just puts them right back where they started. And all they got to do is one thing. I mean, that ego is just, whew. It's destructive at this point. Yeah, Page of Wands. This is this person's habits. Okay, pages are the children of the zodiac. Okay, Page of Wands in particular is definitely the energy of the Fool's sister. The Fool is a vagabond. This is somebody who lies from pillar to post. They ain't got no home. They just jump from situation to situation to situation, just very la 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 free. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking about consequences, just moving about as they so choose. Never know, mind you, all of the people in their path that they have to step on, shit on, spit on, knock over, burn, stab to get where they trying to go. They just worried about where they got to go. You see what I'm saying? That's the journey of the Fool, and very much so the energy of this Page of Wands that's coming out right now. A very, very immature outlook on how you're moving in life. You're not learning the lessons. You're not even really worried about what's to come. So this is in the position of the habits that have affected this connection, okay? affected their focus, and the reality of this situation was most importantly affected by this Page of Wands energy. You were dealing with someone who was much, much more immature than you in a lot of different aspects. This was something that you were willing to look over, willing to work with them, right? This is a grown person, very much so childlike behavior in reference to their decisions and their journey. You see, it goes right over the journey card. There's no team membership here, okay? This person goes for dolo. That means they go for themselves, what's best for them, what they need, what they want, what they desire, what's best for them. And if you just so choose to decide to be along on the journey with them, you can get in one of these suitcases and just worry about where we going when we get there. That's the type of shit that they on. And they thought that you was gonna be down for that shit, and you just hopped in another vehicle on another interstate, and they never saw that shit coming. And it's just so crazy because why didn't you see it coming? I guess. The behaviors of this person moving forward has nothing to do with the shock of what you've done. It's more of the shock of what they feel. You see what I'm saying? Why is their mood? Why is their emotions? Why is, what they feel now should be the right thing to do? Why is that being influenced by you? That's the issue here for them. If you're gone, you're gone. You shouldn't be influencing them thereafter. That's where the worrying is stemming from. Why do I even give a fuck? Why do I care? So instead of trying to dig deeper, do the work, right? Self-analyze and find out those answers, they just hop on a dick and do a full split. Okay? They just hop up into boom, boom, and forget about what to do. You know what? That's just how this person is moving right now. But that's not going to work for very much longer. This person had a terrible habit of moving very, very funny in this connection. And this is not an individual who ever had the want or need for a partnership. Like I said, they never wanted a relationship. For some of you, it may have been very hard to get this person to become exclusive with the two of you, right? To commit, to decide what are we. I mean, how many times did you have that conversation? Just take it if it resonates. I'm just saying, right? The what are we conversation. And even after you have the what are we conversation, okay, you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, you're my husband, you're my wife. So why the fuck you not acting like it? Why you acting like you're single? Why are you acting like you a single ass child out here? Why are you acting like you can do whatever the fuck you want to do? You can move however the fuck you want to move. You cannot. Hello? You can't move the way that you want to move if we just had this conversation. So this person, again, that's how that is definitely a pattern of this individual, okay? Instead of facing head on the contracts that they've signed, the things that they promised, the things that they're supposed to do, the things that is expected of them, the things that they agreed to, or just mask it with some other shit that they feel like look better, feel better, sound better, okay? So while you will have these very, very adult-like and serious conversations with this person, and they may talk a good game, say exactly what you want to hear, say exactly what you want to hear. Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna be together. Oh yes, I'm gonna do my part. Oh yes, 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 yes. That's where we going. No less than 2 weeks later, they this shit right here, and you like, wait a minute, I thought you said. And it was just an endless cycle of that. And this person would have been down for that shit, okay? That definitely panned out very well for them, for you to believe what they were saying and not actually look at what they were doing. That's kind of what they were banking on. And that would have balled over very well for them. And they just wanted to ride it till the wheels fell off. You know what I'm saying? So even if you decided to leave them, okay, fine. The next. And they tried to do that. They tried. They have tried, you guys. They tried. They're fucking damnedest. They're trying to move on. Oh, but not so fast. Not so fast, yeah, my dear. Not so fast. Okay? And things are not going as planned. The second that you left, they were supposed to just be able to never think about you again. Move on to the next deck. Okay? Hop in the next boom boom. Hello? Get their next victim. And this is happening? They're like, what has my life become? What is happening to me? What is this? This is not who I am. This is not what this is supposed to be. It's not the way this shit is supposed to go. You realize that after a while. They were just telling you what you wanted to hear. And then you would just have to figure out along the way that you were never going to get what the fuck you agreed upon. That they were never going to do what the fuck they said they were going to do. They were never going to change in the way they said they were going to change. Okay? They were just talking. They were just talking. And their actions said something very, very different. Their plan was, once you catch on, I'm going to just hop to the next thing. And that has not been as easy as they were anticipating it to be, or as easy as it has been in the past. Because again, this is a habit of this person. They bounce from pillar to post, from bitch to bitch, from dude to dude, from dick to dick, they just jump around. You know what I'm saying? Once one person figures out who they are, and they've decided it's really over and the cycle is really done and you're not going to reconcile and nothing, then I'm just free to move on. Once you figure out that I'm lying, that it's a whole lie, I'll just move on to the next thing. And that's what their habit. That's what they do. That's what their journey has been up until this point. Child, I'm over this. I'm over this. We will have new love in the extended, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into that extended. I definitely want to see what emotions is currently driving this person. This will give us an idea of where their thoughts are, their psyche is. I also want to see what you can expect to come from this connection in the near future. What karma is this individual scheduled to face? Hello, I need to know that. I need to know, what does it look like? I also want to see what their next steps are going to be so you can prepare yourself for that and their intentions. We will also look at their subconscious blockages that could potentially be stagnating your growth beyond this cycle. So what subconscious blockages may potentially be stagnating you from moving beyond this? Why would it consistently or still be showing up at this point if this is something that you have been thoroughly been trying to release? For some of you, this is something that you have been asking, and this is just premonition of what the future is holding for the connection, sort of like a warning, right? So just take it how it resonates. I also want to see what the lesson is in this. What lesson is the divine absolutely needing you to learn, okay? And have you learned it? We will also see what blockages may be keeping you visible and recognizable to toxicity. How can you fix that, okay? I also want to hop right into that new love again, okay? We will see what or whom is currently approaching you. Only the good, only new. Also, what is the divine's advice on how you should be vetting these newer options coming in? This is going to solidify success moving forward. I also want to see what is the potential for union in this next cycle for you, and what signs and synchronicities will be given to you from the divine that you have met your person. Okay, we will then get advice in reference to how you can yield your true abundant life of fulfillment and happiness, whatever that looks like for you in the least amount of time. Okay, so please do not miss it. First, click that like button up, as well as that subscribe button. Okay, and we're gonna cut up a little bit. I'm gonna see y'all over there. Okay, I'm gonna link it down below in the description box. See y'all over there.